Welcome, dear viewers, to Poetry Blows Our Blues Away. Friends, poetry is defined in many ways. The best words in the best order, says Coleridge. Spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, says Wordsworth. Poets are eulogized in superlative terms. Poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world, says Shelley. Yet, what Shakespeare says about poets in A Midsummer Night's Dream is unique. The speech is put in the mouth of Theseus, the Duke of Athens. Theseus, the Duke of Athens, and Hippolyta, the Queen of Amazons, are talking to each other. Hippolyta says she doesn't believe in the tales told by the lovers who have just left. Theseus agrees with her and dismisses their stories as antique fables and fairy tales and breaks into this speech. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed a bear. So goes the speech. Theseus draws a comparison between the lover, the lunatic, and the poet. They are made up of the same kind of imagination. The lunatic, the madman, finds devils everywhere. The whole world appears like a hell to him. It seems to harbor more devils than the vast and spacious hell. Shakespeare says in The Tempest, hell is empty and all the devils are here. So feels the lunatic. The lover is as mad as the lunatic. He sees Helen's beauty in the face of an Egyptian woman, in a gypsy woman. Helen is said to be the most beautiful woman in the world according to Western literature. Remember Faustus' exclamation at the vision of Helen conjured up by Mephistopheles in Marlowe's play. Was this a face that launched 1,000 ships and burnt the topless towers of Ilium? Love is said to be blind, so the winged Cupid is painted blind. A lover sees with his imaginative eye, so his frantic imagination makes a gypsy woman appear like Helen. Now we come to Theseus, or rather Shakespeare's description of the poet. He describes him more elaborately than he depicts the lunatic or the lover. Lover and lunatic get 1.5 lines each. The poet gets 6 lines. He says, the poet's eye rolls with a fine frenzy. The poet's eye of imagination rolls with a marvelous madness. As Hamlet's madness is rightly described, so too is a poet's madness. Though this be madness, there is method in it. There is a method in it. Methodical madness. It's frenzy all right, yet it is fine, beautiful, awesome, captivating, amazing, mind-blowing, cool. The poet's eye rolls in a fine frenzy and glances from heaven to earth and earth to heaven, leaving no stone unturned. Nothing is beyond the poet's pen, poet's ken. As imagination takes shape, invisible things become tangible. Unknown and abstract things take a form. The poet's pen gives a form, a shape, a local dwelling, and a name to airy nothing. to fancies, dreams, and ideas. The characters created by the poet appear more real to us. The stories seem truer than reality. They move us to tears, they shake us with laughter. That's the power of the poet's eye and the poet's pen. The best example is the play itself, A Midsummer Night's Dream, in which the speech appears. Though Theseus speaks disparagingly of the three kinds of people as of the same category, he dwells longer on the poet and seems to praise him in spite of himself. Ironically, Theseus himself is a character from Greek mythology. All the three, the lunatic, the lover, and the poet, have such strong imagination, such seething brains, that if they apprehend the joy, they comprehend the bringer of that joy. They invent the cause for the effect. It's like in the night, in the grip of fear, we mistake a bush for a bear. So concludes the speech. Shakespeare the poet has created such charming characters and spun such wonderful tales that we get absorbed in his poetry and start admiring his fine frenzy and his frantic imagination. Emerson, in his Representative Men, speaking about Shakespeare, says, "He clothed the creatures of his legend with form and sentiments, as if they were people who had lived under his roof. And few real men have left such distinct characters as these fictions." That's why, next to God, poets are called makers and creators. Poets are a different tribe of madmen. They make everybody mad with their poetry and art. That's why we get lost in their world of sublime imagination. That's all for now. See you soon, friends, with yet another brilliant poem. Till then, happy poetry reading.